So I went to this show um, live on Sunday night, and overall, uh, it was just kind of your filler pay-per-view. Nothing too exciting, just progressing the Bound for Glory series. This was the first time I'd ever been to a TNA show live. I've been living near Orlando, about 30 minutes outside of it, for almost a year now, and I've never been to one. And so I decided I'd give it a shot. And I probably should have picked one of the other pay-per-views. That might have been a little bit better to go for my first one. But anyways, this is the one that I chose. So, you started off the night with the first Bound for Glory series semifinal match, which was Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe. You already saw they had this match um, on Thursday night on Impact, in which Hardy got the win in some retarded submission hold. But anyways, they had this match again. It seemed like it was worse on the show than it was on Impact. Hardy, I can't get behind Jeff Hardy. When I was there, a lot of people were really behind Jeff Hardy. A lot of people really like him. See, I don't really see his draw anymore. I think that he was really popular when he first started because he was he did the big spots. But anyways, overall, didn't enjoy this match too much. It progressed the Bound for Glory series. Overall, gave it 2 3/4 stars. And then we moved on to the next Bound for Glory semifinal match, which was Bully Ray versus James Storm. And going into this match, I knew that James Storm was not going to come up with a win. I kind of figured that Bully Ray was going to win this one because I had predicted Bully Ray to win the series altogether. This match had way too much overbooking, with the referees getting dropped 3 times. You know, they had one referee take the bump, and then they had another one come out. He took a bump again. Then the first referee took a bump again. Just way too much overbooking. And then, of course, you had Robert Roode coming out and hitting James Storm with the beer bottle. Thus, probably, most likely, had them having some sort of no rules match at Bound for Glory. So overall, I wasn't too impressed with that match because of the overbooking. I gave it 2.5 stars. Then we move on to the next one. The next match was the Knockouts match, which was Brooke Tessmacher, Ms. Tessmacher versus Tara. I kind of like the angle that they're going here with the student versus teacher thing. Tessmacher got the win on Sunday at the pay-per-view, and then I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago on Impact on the open fight night where Tara got the win. So it was good that Tessmacher got the win here on that. So, but I see this going on and then possibly having a third match at Bound for Glory and having Tara go over possibly as a heel. Then you had the Aries and the Armbreaker segment, which I felt was very good. I really enjoyed it. I really like Austin Aries. You know, it was good. Kind of just, it wasn't a match. He came out. He was dressed in street clothes, I guess. He wasn't in wrestling gear, and he called him out, was saying, okay, well, you're going to come out here and we're going to fight. So he came out there and they fought for a little bit, and then, as predicted, the rest of the Aces and Eights ran down to the ring. They started beating up on Austin Aries. Then, of course, the entire roster came back and started fighting off the Aces and Eights as well. And then during the confrontation, during the fight, you notice Jeff Hardy down in the corner, and one of the members of the Aces and Eights had picked Jeff Hardy up and jammed his shoulder into the ring post, thus injuring Hardy, and of course drawing suspicion to the fact that Bully Ray may be the one behind the Aces and Eights, because Bully Ray pointed it out, and it looks a little suspicious because Bully Ray would be facing Jeff Hardy later that night in the Bound for Glory Finals match, and it seems kind of, all fingers point to Bully Ray right now for him leading the Aces and Eights. Just a lot of things pointing to him. He found Jeff Hardy first, which looks a little suspicious. Jeff got hurt when they have their match later tonight. But anyways, it set up something for the Aces and Eights to come back later. Like it left it kind of open. Like you're thinking, oh well, they're gonna come back and do something again, which I'll get to that later. And then the next match, you had the X Division Championship match between Zema Ion and Sonjay Dutt, which had no build whatsoever, which I think ruined the match partially. It was a very good match. They they worked really well together. It was a good match. I gave it 3 stars. May have been better if they had a little bit more build behind it, and I could get a little more into it, knowing more about what had been going on in the match. And then the next match you had was Magnus and Rob Van Dam. Wasn't into this at all. I don't like that RVD got over on this one. I don't feel that Rob Van Dam needs to be over. That I don't feel that Rob Van Dam needs to get over a guy like a Magnus who needs to be building up his character because he's a young guy. Rob Van Dam doesn't need to get built up anymore. Magnus does. So I felt that this was a mistake for them giving Rob Van Dam the win. Overall, I gave it a 2.25 stars. Then we had the match of the night, which was the tag team championship match between Daniels and Kazarian and Styles and Angle. This was a very good match, very fun. You could tell Angle was hurt, which made it kind of like he still performed really well, even though he was hurt. And then the ending, I didn't like the ending at all because I didn't really understand it. How does getting a drink and an appletini splashed into your face knock you out? Well, it didn't really knock him out. He rolled him up, but make it so he wouldn't be able to kick out of a 3 count. That didn't seem too believable to me. And then you had the main event, which was Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy. Oh, in that match, sorry, I gave it 3.75 stars. Good match though. And now back to where I was. Then you have Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy in the finals for the Bound for Glory series. Before the match, Hulk Hogan came out. Well, brother, was saying that they had to lock down and saying that everyone was getting locked into the impact zone. They were locking down. They had cops at ringside. But I was just really hoping that something was going to happen with the Aces and Eights and something was going to get revealed. But they had cops at ringside. They have all this stuff. Jeff Hardy, his music hits over and over again. He doesn't come out. Hulk Hogan comes out and is telling Bully Ray, hey, you don't want to win the Bound for Glory series this way. You don't want to earn your title shot this way is basically what he was saying. And then was just telling Bully Ray that he should wait 4 more days for Impact, which I was like, oh, God, they're going to give the finals away on free TV. But eventually then Jeff Hardy did come down to the ring. They had a match. I wasn't too impressed with it. It just seemed like they were just doing finisher and finisher and finisher to try to make it. Seemed like it was a better match than it actually was. Gave it 2.75 stars altogether. Jeff Hardy ended up picking up the win. So Jeff Hardy is going to be facing Austin Aries at Bound for Glory. Now, I'm a little upset about this because there's a lot of different things that they could have done with this Bound for Glory series. I don't feel that Jeff Hardy deserves to be in a main event of that caliber, especially at their biggest pay-per-view of the year. And it really just ekes me because I have this feeling that they're going to give Jeff Hardy the belt. They're going to make Aries drop the belt to Hardy, which is horrible because Austin Aries is probably my favorite wrestler ever. And it's just, I don't like that. I feel that I would have been a lot happier if they had let Bully Ray win the Bound for Glory series, which is what I was really expecting. But overall, they let Jeff Hardy go over. Jeff Hardy's probably going to beat Austin Aries at Bound for Glory. Overall, not a very good pay-per-view. 6.5 overall I gave it. But really interested to see what happens on Impact. See if we can maybe get some more behind the Aces and Eights. But so far, not really looking forward too much to what's going on with the main event for Bound for Glory. But I'll see you guys later.